A very good morning to everyone. Thank you for everybody asking how I'm doing. Sometimes I just don't feel myself and I just need to rest and let my body catch back up and clear. But I thank you for sending me such beautiful light, and I now understand the biorhythm. And if I don't follow it, I could be off for a week, and we don't want that. So here we are. And I also wanted to share something that I don't know through observation if you all realize or not, but just being here and listening, you are changing. How do I know this? Well, I know the beings who work with me, and from having those that are mentoring and observing how much quicker now they're shifting than before. Um, there's energy that is within me now. There's profound light that comes and radiates, and it's actually working with each of you as I sit here. And it's very profound to sometimes I get a glimpse and I understand, but maybe not always. Mother herself is quite a divine experience, and I hope you can grasp. I really can't know everything about it as a human being. Um, I can feel uh, the space she sits in and her perception when she looks at an issue. And there's not a thought, it's just next and what comes. So I thought I might mention that for you to kind of see if you can move into a surrender here when you're in our magnificent group, because something magical is happening. Yep, could be my imagination. I don't think so. I don't think so from what I hear from people back who are mentoring with me, who, as you grow, it doesn't always mean that you understand or know it all. It's like an open end process. So today, for me, my goal is to come, be present, be in surrender, and allow that which has going to come or isn't coming um, to create the perfect moment for each of you. And I hope you can feel that. But are you growing? Much more than you can perhaps grasp. You probably need to be meditating and writing about how you're feeling, how you perceive, what your understanding is, to really get a grasp of what is happening. But I just call it a miracle. How about that? So, on many levels, I wasn't happy about not being here tomorrow, but I know something powerful will be here for all of you today. The smallest spark or a larger spark, I don't know. Um, but I wasn't able to be that thoroughfare yesterday. So I'm here today, and let's open up all possibilities to whatever it is to be brought forth. And I do agree that it comes to each and every one of you, because there is a alignment that we have just being humans and moving into light. So it's not that we're all identical, but there's a similarity, and many things in similarity are shifting. Now, for instance, there was 2 days when the sun was just round, but a huge burst of light. Now this morning, the rays are back again, 2 out the side and up and down. I don't even want to begin to try to think What does that exactly mean? Something's happening. And we now know from our Palladians and different friends, the world is changing. You know, the 555 and others that are coming through, giving us all an opportunity to transform and to see the world differently. And here we have Paul responding, saying he has been documenting his miracles. The gifts are limitless. So perhaps I'm mentioning it for, it's not a miracle about me, it's a miracle happening within you. And that's what it is all about, or you wouldn't be coming here. So take a moment today, and what does your thought process seem to be different about? I have 3 masters. So today it's suggested that I pull from the Keepers of the Light book cards 3 masters that are going to come at different times today to share with whomever they come to. Certainly our first friend is Jesus. And then it is Lady Venus, who is Sanat Kumara's counterpart in Venus. She is about helping all the animals that go there transition. And then there is Katumi, who wears the cloak of wisdom. Let me see if it has anything more. And his response is, you already know the answer you seek. Trust what you know. And perhaps that is what this is for you. What do you already know? And it's a knowing that's not from the ego. It's a knowing that's deep settled inside. And as I say that, I see the inside of a level of our soul that all of us have, which is the golden writing of Egypt, speaking to us from the soul. So if you didn't know you had that, I haven't met anyone who didn't. You might get curious about that. And if not, that's fine. There'll become a day when you'll want to know more about it. So, sorry to be a chatterbox. We got things to do today. And yes, the light is still here. Interesting, right? So let's go to number 1 here, which is Marina Tora. I think you must be somewhat new because it doesn't ring right away for me. But yes, let me ask Mother to give you a message, and we'll see what that looks like. And exactly the words I'm speaking are what you need to hear. It is real. There is a mother energy from back long ago when there was God and Mother came, and then the essence of body came to create experience of who we are. So, Mother giving you a message is from your feminine side, from the left side of your body. And it has to do with a gentleness, a kindness, a sweetness. So many words that I could say here. And I want to have your heart open here for a moment. And I want you to contemplate this next week coming, moving in to discover more about it. I don't know, I can see some learning you've done about the path, but this journey is going to take you into a greater understanding of the path in relationship to you. And maybe you didn't know that existed, but it does. And I can see moccasins on your feet. So you have been in the Indian tradition before, American Indian before, and very deep. I can see you doing smoke and healing people. So that begins to make sense why you're here. Perhaps you're wanting, on some level, if you can connect to that part of you, to know more about healing, the use of your hands and the heart, and the thoughts and the words that come through and over the tongue. So I say to you this week, sit in your meditation and request. Simply ask yourself or whoever it is that you come to learn so far, and have them allow you to write about what it is you really want to know, what it is that you are about, so that you can get on doing it. No more waiting. The time is now. The golden age is coming. And I say this to everyone here who is a part of this. It's time now for you to allow your inner consciousness to speak to you, the part of God consciousness that you are, to let it be revealing that which you want to know more about. So, many blessings to open our day to you, Marina, and I hope that makes sense, and very exciting. Thank you. Thank you for coming. So, Cavell, you may have a message also. So, I do know who you are, Cavell, and what I want to say to you is that you do not know and perhaps understand who you are. There are some numerous fears here that yet you haven't delved into. So I want you to become willing. Finding fears doesn't mean that you're separate and can't become. It's a part of the process of the earth, is to heal the karma, the fears, those places where you are not yet in the statement of the truth. So do not let all these things have the power to stop you from where you're going. That is all that's necessary. That love that you've slowly been unraveling, now it's time to be that love, to love these fearful things that come to you and frighten you, and let the love melt the fear. Many blessings to you, Cavell. Thank you. All right, Christina. Yes, you may. I think back to the last session last week for a message, and still you just simply ask for a message. Simply surrender. Let's just simply surrender for a moment and allow that which is of the highest request from inside the depth of your heart to come to you. And the words I hear, I am willing. And that is for you to discover what you are willing, whether it's being or doing or seeing. There's quite a multiple possibility of answers. And what are you taking your time to do? Which of those three things? Perhaps you might want to change them just to see how it changes life. All information is powerful and gives you a greater wisdom about where you're going, what you're doing, and where you may happen to end up. So let's give up tradition. Let's go with the first questions that came and see what kind of answers you get and where they guide you. Many blessings to you on this beautiful day and the calmness of the water. Many blessings, Christina. Marby, you know, as a mother hears as you, I'm hearing that it's time to change from the word love. And so today she brings the word unconditional. And first, she desires you to take this into yourself. How would it change your world for you to love yourself unconditionally? First, I want you to look up the word. Find the definition, write it out maybe 10 times. I want you to really grasp into every cell of who you are what that means versus love. Then you will begin to be able to digest newly, loving, unconditionally. And it's a depth. It's going to become a depth of who you are versus love. It's going to change it. It's going to shift it. It's going to let you and allow you to become more. Many blessings to you, Marmy. All right. MKZ. Yes, you can also have a message, and an image of a circle comes to me. And I feel like we've talked about the table before being of a circle. So I want to I want you to sit down and see the round table cut in pieces like a pie. We can look and see that there are some pieces of the pie of you that are never spoken to, never embraced, that aren't part of the program. So we wonder why. What is it that would allow you to scoop up all parts of you? And what I hear and see is resistance. Very fascinating how sometimes we can move into a word that's been kind of just walking along with you, and then it's time to have to really look at it. So what is the resistance of looking at and experiencing all of the pieces of pie of love, of acceptance, of understanding, motivation? I could go on. So let this be a crutch to a new depth and learning for you to look beyond what you see and to dig deep into who you are. Many blessings. Thank you. I hope everyone's listening, for that's why this scenario is so wonderful. You all are growing in the depth together and looking deeper inside yourself. All right. So, yes, here we are, Maryanne. Adabasha. Oh, went too far. Hold on. A very good mom to all gathered here. Hoping you're in good health. I am always in good health. We'll have to all talk about it another time. Remember, thoughts are things. What you think about who you are, what you're doing here, and what your soul has in store for you We are all unique and different, and yet we are all a part of the one. So there is no reason to fear any peace. There is no reason to have any fear, even of yourself and the choices you may make, for they are purposeful. We all learn from what in our world is called a mistake. It can last a long time, it can be a short thing. Again, it's dependent upon us. So, oh, it's blocked. Let me see. So, hello, Carol. So, yes, you did ask for a message. So, let's see where we're going here with you. And Maryanne, no, when I see that sun, because sometimes it takes a little while. And the other thing that's interesting is it's moving back to the right. If you'll remember, I told you it was moving left. Now it's coming back to the right. I had no idea that the sun tracked differently like that. So we're just watching and seeing what's happening. I know that there's a higher response in individuals. Perhaps not even just here. Of course, it can't just be here. That is allowing more of truth to be existent within their consciousness. All right, Maryanne. As always, I wish good health to you and your brother. And they're going to give me information here from him. There's going to come a time where he reaches out and literally grabs your hand. And I want you to remember this moment. There will be profound gift of light from the lineage of who your family is in that moment. What will it do is, well, that is up to you and he. I can only see the message that it is coming to you. And it is about things he cannot speak, so it is not necessary. It will be from the energy. Now, back to your message from Mother Ataposhi. I think you need to offer yourself a pair of new shoes. And what do I mean about that? We all come upon the path and we walk and we learn and we grow. And then there are times we make 1 degree to the right or 2 degrees to the left to be able to gather and to begin a new asset of the definition of who we are. And I think new things are coming to you. But sometimes a signal that the old worn shoes are, well, she's not ready. And I don't want that to be there for you. It's a vision of your own. And I say, let's put in powerful, comfortable shoes that say, I'm ready. It is up to you. It is not for me to tell you, but I'm trying to explain it to you why. And if you stand in the older shoes, put on the suggested shoe, I think you will feel a huge difference in your heart. Many blessings to you, Maryanne. Perhaps it will become wondrous. Who knows? All right, Lola. All right. Again, I believe a relatively new being. So today I see white and innocence with you. Very interesting, because certainly there is a divine power in the white and the innocence, and yet I wish for it to be grounded more into the world you live, and to not see it as such a delicate flower, but of the powerhouse of a Kuan Yin, of myself. Um, it is to work on your feminine side and the power she holds, and the light and the love for Christ. You can always turn to Mother Venus and ask to see more of understanding from her, for it is a great strength she holds as the counterpart to Sanat Kumara. Yes, they do have 2 children, a female and a male. And perhaps another day these are things you will yourself learn about. Namaste. So, the flame of your femininity, let's have it become strong. Good. I hope you understand. Excuse me. All right. Anik doesn't ask for a message. That's fine. And Paul. All right. I wish for you to learn vibration. Listen. What sometimes the real person can't understand is it is all words. It's a feeling. It's an experience offered through sound. So, no, there is always more to learn. Always more to learn. A gentleness will come to you as you work with your voice, the throat chakra. You will find the evidence of this need. I will call it a need for the expansion of who you are. When you look at the edges of your petals and they are faint, almost crepe paper. So, how do you create a stronger throat chakra so that you are truly understood and receiving accurate information? It is through the voice. Through the voice, just like sight is in the same way worked in the third eye. So, you want to sit within this throat and slowly move out through it until you begin to feel the depth of it shifts. And it is right here that you need a greater growth in through sound. Many blessings to you, Paul. Now let's see here. He speaks again. All right. I think you should write down how that felt And if you felt nothing, you need to write that down and to keep having a desire to heal through having frequencies. You're welcome, Marina. Well, what you will find when you make sound, the water will ripple. It will also speak. Good, Christina. Amen, amen. All right. Wow. We got through much quicker today. Perhaps a few less people. And yet, personally, I felt the messages were to the point and effective for growth. Let's be honest here. No matter where we are all coming together to grow, to perceive, to hold dear, to love. And there's not just love, there's love, which has many, many dimensions. Understood, I remain the eternal seeker and student in service with every gift I receive. Thank you for the gift today, Mother. The resonance was deep. And when you have received the true gift, I would love to hear it. All right. Yes, we are going to learn about this sun together. I would never have forgotten the word you gave me, that it was a miracle. So I'm waiting to participate. Certainly, we all have miracles every day. We just tend to not see them. But perhaps we need bring that back into our lives and empower the miracles that do exist. I mean, every day it's being spoke of. And it's part of how we live our lives, is to see the miracle in things and to know they are coming, to not to wonder, well, when will it be my turn? Do you see? That doesn't hold any truth. It is my turn. I am here now. I am ready. Aren't you? Aren't you ready for it to be your turn? Yes. And in that, we are saying yes to a greater conception of what the truth is, what love really is. Fine. All right. Any questions anyone has, not just a message, but do you have a question? I'm going to show you the picture of Lady Venus, and she says downloads and understanding. Truth is being revealed. Deep insights are coming from heaven and the astral realm. So that's her message to all of you today. And look at how her energy field is too. How about see that? You know, some cards don't do anything. Yep. A little bit. Let's see what Jesus. Yeah. Higher than all of us. But this is pretty cool. I will be here tomorrow during tea. Thank you very much. And Tiana. Oh, are you sneaking in right at the end? Hello, are you? Yes, you may have a message. A part of me wants to speak it in yet another tongue, which I, as TheoSophia, do not know. But let me see if I can grasp the essence. So the message I'm hearing, Tiana, is you are of a time traveler tradition. And I do not believe you at this life remember them all. There have been times when you have been at the feet of Father Time. And then there have been times when you were lost. So there is some unique understanding in your consciousness to be patient and to walk and take each step, desiring to reveal all to yourself. So my message that I'm able to be told to be given is you are a time traveler. So let that implode upon itself if you did not already know, and write what about that intrigues you, and perhaps it will begin to show you the answers. So many blessings to you, Tiana. Thank you for coming. I'm fine. You're always fine. Time called me today. And what did it say? Now that we're talking in rhyme, you see. Dream tea. I do see you. Thank you for coming. For just the smallest entrance or largest entrance will affect everyone. So, you see, it isn't just me, it's all these other beautiful beings that you bring yourself the opportunity to touch and to experience and to evolve. They may touch you with a spark and it activates a part of where you once knew and lived and maybe remember. We are in a growing cycle and it's going to be very, very profound now. Excellent, Maryanne. Thank you for receiving the true message. So Tiana says he didn't pick up. Well, maybe you may want to start. You're welcome, Barbie. You know, I woke up today and out back all of a sudden, you can't hear it here. There's a big thing going up to the roof, and I wrote my husband. I said, "Did we get a notice of anything happening?" No. Sometimes we don't get the notices, just how we don't get them in life. But it feels like something big's happening, whether maybe the roof partially came off in the last year's hurricane. I don't know. You know, we can't move our physical body to see this side. So who knows what's really happening? And that's why we must embrace our faith. Know that in every moment we are at the perfect place and the perfect timing. And that we understand love. And love completely continues to reveal itself to us. Yes. I got a message from my husband today that my daughter wrote him. He's going to be away a few days in the future, and she's going to come and stay with me. This is a miracle. I haven't seen my daughter for a couple of years. Well, I went to her house last Thanksgiving, but she hasn't come here for a while. Yeah, Tiana. Maybe someday we'll all meet in person. Who knows? Do I believe that? I certainly do, that God has that capacity to do all things. But we shall see, because we are really all together around a huge group right now, and it's powerful. All right, so I am off to my sessions, and I will see you tomorrow at 11. I do not know who's coming. We shall see. Goodbye. Yes, I'm very excited to see her. But I've been patient. She has a lot going on in her life, so. But a whole weekend, wow. All right. Love you. Bye bye.